Hello, it's me, and today I'll be discussing about femininity in film and television. So, you see in the background three women actresses, and I think they kind of are known to portray different types of femininity in the modern cinema. So, Jennifer Lawrence normally portrays these tough talking females in films, and the middle one, Elle Fanning, portrays that angelic looking females, but she can turn it up slightly a notch. And Emma Watson normally portrays that typical girl, smart, intelligent, assertive girl who always worries about everything. So, what does it mean to be feminine? So, what does it mean to actually be feminine? It's just like saying, what does it mean to be masculine? And is it something to do with the way they behave or way they think or act? So, Disney films, and I want to put it out there because they normally portray women in a particular way. So they tend to portray the female characters in a very stereotypical way. Like they have to be a damsel in distress. Like they have to be innocent. They have to be very naive, with their own perceptions of the real world. Like some of them want to fall in love pretty young. I heard that the princesses are actually young when I watched a YouTube video about how old they are. So they're like teenage years. And most teenagers don't really act in a way like that in real life, to be honest with you. So I do feel Disney's kind of guilty for portraying women as something really damning, I believe. And Walt Disney, I heard he was quite a misogynist. He wasn't very nice towards women. And when women wanted to work in his company, he refused to even allow them to. He didn't really give them a chance, basically. So the feminist film theory. So this is a bit I don't like because I do not like anything to do with film. When it comes to film theories, I dislike it. So the influence of the feminist theory started in the 1960s when a second wave of feminism was established in the US. It continued in the 1970s, where feminist film theories are based on what is happening in society and are focused on female characters in narratives or genres. So, two authors that were prevalent in terms of writing about feminist film theory is in the US are Marjorie Rosen and Molly Haskell. So Marjorie Rosen wrote Popcorn Venus Women Movie and The American Dream, and Molly Haskell wrote From Reverence to Rape, the treatment of women in movies. So it's basically what happens in those movies that makes us women feel like we have to be like that. We have to always be the victim all the time, which is really upsetting for us at times. And I do get upset about it. I'm not trying to support the feminist movement or anything, but I do agree that we should not portray people as victims, or victimize certain people because of who they are. Like, I think men do enjoy victimizing us. I think we had to stand up for our beliefs and try and do as much as we can to get our voices heard. So the Laura Mulvey, she's a feminist film theorist who is best known for her essay Visual Pleasure and narrative cinema. So it was out in 1973, but she wrote in 1973, but the actual paper itself was published in 1975 in the journal Scream. It was influenced by the theories of Sigmund Freud and Jacques Lacan, if I'm saying it right, I'm not sure. So she's kind of, Laura Mulvey is kind of known for writing about feminism. If you heard of the male gaze, which is not actually relevant, or the female gaze for that matter, then you will know about her theories. So, women's films. A women's films is a film genre which centers around the narratives of women, have female protagonists, and are designed for a female audience. So, women's films normally portray women's concerns such as problems resolving around domestic life, the family, motherhood, self-sacrifice, and romance, which is normally the case in every. I think there's only one film that I can remember that had a all female cast in it. So no men were in the film, basically. I can't remember. I think it's one with Meg Ryan in it. I don't remember the name of it. But I know what the film is. If you have the name, put it in the comments. I'll appreciate that. So chick flick is a slang term for a film genre which mainly deals with the theme of love and romance. So it's normally targeted to females. And Gloria Steinfeld, who's a well-known activist for the feminist movement, has criticized this term by calling it geometry, basically. So I didn't think it was geometry, but she called it that. And I think they're saying that it's just only women that can watch it. This is the only films that women can watch, which is quite upsetting for us because we do love action films and other things. Other films that are targeted towards men, women do watch other films. They're trying to be. It's just not very inclusive in the film industry. Anything to do with entertainment is very hard for us to be included in many things. Aspects of that field that you're pursuing, that we're trying to pursue. So while the plot of chick flicks are typically revolved around romantic conquest, Alison Winch writes about the films she calls girlfriend flicks. So instead of focusing on finding that love, true love, she focuses on those films, concentrate on friendships, like that relationship between the friends more than the actual couple itself. And female buddy films focuses on the cast actually being female and going through different situations. So they try to turn Ghostbusters and the Oceans films from the full male cast to a full female cast, which is quite groundbreaking, and I think we need that new, fresh feel, if you get what I mean. I know women can be quite controversial at times, but I think this is a good thing for us to have this fresh outlook on these films. Like with the Ghostbusters one, for example. I think there was rumours about it being too female, but I think it's a good thing that we had that. So different representations of women. Hawks and women trope is popularized by the film director Howard Hawks for his use of actresses such as Katharine Hepburn, Barbara Stanwyck, Lauren Bacall, and Angie Dickinson. So this type of woman is very tough talking. She speaks her mind and tries to compete with the male counterparts. And she's considered as being part of that group instead of an object for desire. And a modern example could be Cameron Diaz, which one, I think it's a journalist who wrote about. I saw it on Wikipedia. Wikipedia is not the best source, but I do use it for quick information. Femme Fatale. She's also known as a man-eater or vamp. Is a woman who's mysterious, seductive, and beautiful, who charms her loves, ensuring that they do the favor she wants them to do. So it causes them to set up deadly traps and compromising situations that are difficult for the men to get out of. So past actresses include Rita Hayworth and Ava Gardner, who often play these roles. And modern examples are Nicole Kidman and Sharon Stone, as well as Lauren Prepon in Orange is the New Black and Jamie Murray in Dexter. So I think this woman is kind of like this trap. She's trapping them, but she's setting the trap herself. Like Eva Green often plays it. That's her in the picture. I think she's kind of underrated as an actress in my eyes. Because I've seen her in many films. She's quite a good actress, but people don't really notice her talent. And I really think she's a good actress to look into in terms of films and that. So the manic pixie dream girl, which is also MPDG for short. So this was a term made by a journalist. He's basically a film critic called Nathan Rabin, and when he did that when he used the term when he reviewed the film Elizabethtown to describe Kristen Dunst's character portrayed in the film. So the magical Negro, which is a black woman who is in the who is spiritual or magical, and her goal is to help that white male protagonist save the situation he's basically under. And that's what the manic pixie dream girl does. So they try to help that guy solve the problem, try to help him figure it out and that. They could be a friend or next door neighbor or something, or someone that they met randomly as strangers. The angry black woman. This is a stereotypical image of black women who are normally described as short-tempered, sassy, and ill-mannered by nature. So the term sapphire was used during slavery to insult black women by stereotyping them as being domineering and aggressive. This is why the black feminists spoke out against this stereotype, because it was very insulting and quite a discriminative thing to say about certain groups. And the picture I found, did portray black women as being aggressive and looking like they're going to hurt somebody, which is never a good thing. No one wants to get hurt. And I do believe that we should stop. We need to represent people more better, and we need to be diverse and try and portray people the way they want to be represented. Because at the moment, I know the Black Lives Matter movement is happening because we don't feel we have a voice. Because it took, like the guy said in the news one time, yesterday, that it took one person to speak, to be hurt, killed, for us to recognise what we're doing wrong. But I do believe that people of colour do suffer this type of racism regularly. So I know we need to be equal. And me, as a person of colour, do believe that we should start speaking out about certain issues. If we like the idea, we will go for it. If we don't like how the characters or how the script is, the story is, we have to speak out and say, let's change it up. Let's not add the story. I don't believe that the story is right for us to tell or something. And this is a good image. I just didn't want to go too far with this angry black woman, because we do need to be careful of what we're trying to say. The geek girl is portrayed in programs, TV programs such as Big Bang Theory and Modern Family. The stereotype is normally seen in teenage films such as The Princess Diaries and High School Musical. They normally wear thick glasses, jumpers, and they make little effort in terms of their hair and makeup. And they seem to have interests in hobbies such as science, maths, gaming, literature, and other niches. I would class myself as a geek girl because I do like certain things. I do like literature. I do like a lot of niches myself because I do like to explore little things. I've been getting into history recently. I love watching a lot of history YouTube channels and documentaries that have that history feel to it. I really love it because I'm kind of a nerd for history. So if you want me, I'm not the encyclopedia, but I do love history so much. A bombshell is slang for a sexually attractive woman who has a nice curvy body with parts of her assets showing, like her cleavage, you know what I mean. Okay. The first known portrayal of this character is Jean Harlow, who played a dumb blonde in the film Bombshell, which is a Metro Goldwyn Mayer production. So she inspires many actresses, which include Marilyn Monroe, Diana Dawes. She's like the British Marilyn Monroe, I would say that she's like the British Marilyn Monroe. Jane Mansfield, she's like the cheap version of Marilyn Monroe. Not being rude, but she was. And Scarlett Johansson, she's like the modern portrayal of that living icon, Marilyn Monroe. And there's other bombshells, like Elizabeth Taylor. I can't name anymore, sorry. She's like another bombshell, but not blonde, basically. And I don't like the blonde stereotype, like dumb blonde, because we do see blonde and brunettes competing against one another in films and that. If you watch The Gentleman prefer blondes, you will understand what I'm referring to. So they try to say brunettes are more smarter and more thoughtful about what they're doing, and the blondes are just there because they want to have fun all the time. The woman warrior. This character embodies female empowerment and strength to be able to fight battles which come her way. So her films include Kill Bill and Wonder Woman. And also there are television programs like Xena, A Warrior Princess, and Game of Thrones. So I do feel this character is the best character on here that I really like the representation of. So portraying women as strong and mighty is very good for us. Just enables us to feel like we have someone to look up to that's strong and powerful, and she doesn't care what people say or what people think of her, and it's been like that since the ancient times that women are seen like the woman warrior. I think you will class Jennifer Lawrence in this category as well because she's like the leader in many films, like the Hunger Games franchise, and maybe Silver Linings Playbook, even though that film is kind of a problematic film. If you get what I'm trying to say about it, if you watch the film, you will know why I say that. And she's been in the Marvel franchise, the X-Men franchise, so you would categorize her as a woman warrior type character. And I think Michelle Rodriguez, because I really she's one of my favorite actresses somehow in terms of portraying that woman. I think I do like Michelle Rodriguez because she just likes to chill with the boys. And you would class her as the first one as well because she's not overly feminine. She just likes to play it cool and that. And I always rather be that character, but I'm not that character. So the girl next door is a character stock type normally seen in romantic films. She often lives next door to the protagonist or childhood friend. The two start out as mutual friends, but they develop an attraction towards each other. So actresses who normally play this role include Drew Barrymore and Doris Day. So, and that's it. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I know it's quite long, again. I don't know why I keep saying that. Thank you for watching. Hope you have a nice week. Thank you. Subscribe, like, and share with people that you know. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.